What's up, everybody? My name is Tarek Bryant. Welcome back to Nobody Asked. But I cannot stress how blessed I feel by saying how amazing May was. May was just filled with so many great things for me. I got to see my best friend and we watched a classic movie. I got to see my parents, see the old homestead. Then I went to Colorado. That was amazing also. And to bring it home, my mom had a delayed flight. Thankfully, she was delayed here in Dallas. And we finally were able to watch a brilliant and beautiful movie that she's been talking about for, I think, 3 months. She's been mentioning this movie. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to review Random Harvest, directed by Mervyn Leroy.
Nobody asked you, bold boy.
Let me ask you a question. When's the last time you've watched like a really good love story, like a really good love movie? It's been a while, right? It is nobody asked me, but it is a rarity in our media nowadays, our streaming platforms, internet, what have you. There is something that is missing, and nobody asked me, but I think it's love, man. There's not that much love, and I think in watching this, it was kind of a cleanse. It was a reminder that movies like this exist, that people will go as far as they can to bring that which they care about the most back out of the darkness, out of the shadows, and remind them of who they truly are.
Never do it, Paula.
What?
Never leave me out of your sight. Never again.
Smithy.
I love classic films, man. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this channel. Nobody asked me, but there's nothing like classic films. There's nothing like the Turner Classics.
What was that you said?
Turner Classic Movies.
And there's nothing wrong with watching a great love story.
Well, how about a brandy and soda just to pull you together? I'm gonna have one. Should we go over to the home pub? Just across the road.
Yo. First of all, let me give you a rundown of the film. Okay, but first, if you like classic films like me, why don't you press the like button or subscribe, because guess what? They're both free. Free. So Random Harvest is basically about a woman trying to get her love back. Ronald Colman plays a World War I veteran who suffers from 2 dosages of amnesia. First one he gets on the battlefield, the second he gets while crossing the street. Each one makes him forget about his memories. Unfortunately, the second one makes him forget about his marriage, his true love, and the life that he created after the shell shock.
No.
Basically, the rest of the movie is us watching his true love, trying to get him to remember.
And you love him?
Yes.
You're going to be hurt, Paula.
Let's go back to Greer Garson and Ronald Colman. 2 names who nowadays never heard of. But back in the 40s and the 50s, they were a part of like the A-League when it came to actors and lead actresses. You know, thanks to my mother's keen knowledge of these classic movies, I am presented with these great actors, and we don't have that nowadays. We don't really have movie stars. My mom mentioned how each movie studio, like MGM, Universals, what have you, they all had like a roster of their A-League movie stars, and I think that's really cool, man. Like, you had like the Chicago Bulls of the MGMs. During this era of filmmaking, actresses gave the leading men a run for their money, and not to say it was a competition, but the talent on the screen made the movie more believable because you had both of them bringing their A game.
My life began with you. I can't imagine the future without you.
Oh, I'd better say yes quickly before you change your mind. It's yes, darling.
And in this case, it was Greer Garson, because when he would turn away from her, you can see the struggle and the heartbreak. But nobody asked me, but I feel like there isn't that much depth when it comes to acting, let alone depth when it comes to films on screen. In Random Harvest, we are blessed. We are blessed with 2 masters. In their time, they captivate. Ronald Colman, my mom gave me all like the info. Before he became a movie star, he was a silent film actor. So take that and let your imagination roll within a sense of how he's able to convey emotions. For example, there's a scene, I don't want to spoil too much, but he's in a church and he looks at the woman with such,
Oh, I know it sounds absurd, but
struggle and heartbreak and confusion and just There's so much conveyed in it, and at the same time, I believe her name is Susan Peters. Her reaction to his face is just beautiful in the sense of her breaking down. There's no lines. It's just the way it's shot and the lighting, how it concentrates on his eyes, and we're able to just dive into them and be immersed in the emotion of longing that he has for someone that he does not know and knows that is not this person. It's just great stuff, and you don't get that nowadays. Extreme close-ups with the lighting that enhances the emotions that are within the actor's face. As an 8-time Oscar nominee, knowing that and then watching it, it makes sense. This shows you that it went beyond the storytelling. It went also into the actors. It went also into the production. It went also into how Hollywood was such a different world. And now it's become something of somewhat of a letdown in the sense of the original content as well as storytelling. I've yet to see If. I really want to see If. I think that looks pretty cute. It reminds me of a children's book I read to my son. This book right here, this is a cute book. I feel like I'm on Reading Rainbow right now. Let's take a look.
We're playing dumps here. We should be making movies.
You've been watching that channel again, that classical, what do you call it?
Turner Classic Movies.
Turner Classic Movies, that's it.
I actually might just watch it again, just so I can catch things in the back, because my mom was pointing out stuff that was happening in the background. Pay attention, you need to pay attention. It makes me want to watch it again so I can see if there were little puzzle pieces in the background that we missed and stuff like that. At the end, it's up to Coleman's character. We see him gradually trying to piece the puzzles together. Will he do it? Will he be able to find his true love? Will she again to remember his memory? You need to find out yourself by watching this movie. If you're interested, I'm telling you, go on Amazon and rent it. I think it's $3.99, $2.99, but it's worth it. It's worth it. If you have a girlfriend, if you're married, if she's down to watch black and white movies, if you can get her off her telephone, if you can get her off her TikTok and say, baby, let's watch this movie that I heard on Nobody Asked But that's supposed to be so good. It's better than any Julia Roberts movies that you ever seen. She'd be like, what?
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
First of all, she's gonna think you classy because it's black and white. Ooh, wow, he's cultured. If you guys love what you're watching and you made it this far, why don't you go ahead and subscribe? I can't thank y'all enough for watching these videos. Again, nobody asked me, but you gotta watch Random Harvest. And like I said, it's even more better if you can share it with somebody.
Nobody asked you, bold boy.